Hey guys, welcome back and happy Saturday. Happy 4th of July weekend. And we have some Real Housewives of Orange County cash shakeup news. Yes. Okay, we've been waiting for this. I'm partially happy and partially not happy, but I'm going to give you my opinions and explain exactly why. In the meantime, though, I know it's 4th of July weekend, so I just wanted to say to everyone, stay safe. Make sure you get your Ubers. Make sure if you're drinking, do not drive. Watch your stuff. Watch your surroundings. Be careful with fireworks. You guys know the drill. I just like to say it because sometimes we forget when we're having fun. But stay safe. We need you guys. We love the Addams family. So getting back to it, let's jump into some Orange County news. Before we do, you guys know how this works. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys. So according to Radar Online, Radar is being told by multiple sources that a cash shakeup is coming to the Real Housewives of Orange County. They're being told that Tamra Judge and Alexis, which this is the one I don't necessarily understand, are in talks with producers to rejoin the Real Housewives of Orange County for season 17, but no Vicky. You know, I can understand that because I feel like Vicky had an opportunity during Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip to come back and kind of make her claim and show everybody what they would be missing. But when the women pulled Tamra aside and Brandi Glanville brought up the fact that Tamra's a lot more fun without Vicky, I was like, no, she's right. I mean, I don't agree with a lot of things that Brandi Glanville says, but when she says that Tamra is a better time and that Vicky kind of holds her down, it does feel like that because when she's up in the room trying to make sure Vicky's okay, it's taking her away from any potential cast drama or putting in her opinions. And, you know, that's my opinion. You guys know what I'm talking about. So Tamra was fired from the Bravo show in 2020 over her high salary after 12 years with the network. Gummelson, who had been on the Real Housewives of Orange County cast since the beginning, also left the show ahead of season 15 after being demoted. 2020 was a big year for the franchise as a controversial fan favorite, Kelly Dodd, was later not asked back for season 16, but I love how they're calling her a fan favorite. Maybe to some, but not to everyone. Now, Radar has heard from several well-connected informants that Tamra had already made up her mind that she's returning to the franchise. We've learned that Alexis, who was fired after season 8, has also been approached about rejoining the Real Housewives of Orange County cast, but hasn't signed a contract, and Vicky was not asked back. As for which housewives made the cut for season 17, the outlet said that they will find out their fate soon, as in possibly today or yesterday or sometime this weekend. And the Real Housewives of Orange County spies told them that Jen Armstrong won't be back. Noella Bergner has been demoted. Shannon Bedore and Heather Fancy Pants Dubrow are returning as full-time housewives. When it comes to the besties, Gina and Emily Simpson, Radar was told that there's a good chance that they've been demoted as well. There's obviously been a ton of drama in the women's personal lives that haven't been caught on camera. As the outlet Radar Online has told us, Armstrong filed for divorce from her husband, Ryan Holiday, in June after almost 9 years of being in a relationship. Gina's been dragged into her boyfriend Travis's nasty custody battle, and she was accused of pushing him down the stairs. So she has her own sort of situation going on, which it's like, we're not surprised. However, sources did shut down those accusations, saying that she was a survivor of domestic violence and that she would not, commit domestic violence on Travis. So again, we'll have to wait and see. As for Tamra and Alexis' big returns, Radar has reached out to the ladies and Bravo for comment, but haven't received any comments. My only question is, at one point, unless Bravo and Andy and everyone, unless they were trying to throw us for a loop, Andy was saying, how can we bring back a housewife who talks about other housewives in the shows on a podcast? And that first came out of Heather Dubrow's mouth, but then Andy repeated it, to which Tamra responded and was like, this is coming from Heather, this is not coming from Andy, which I totally buy because I'm like, wait a minute, how could she not come back? Heather talks about housewives on her show. So what's the difference? And if you don't want her to talk about housewives, I've said this since day one and maintain this, then just give her the opportunity to leave the podcast and come back to the show. Let Teddy Mellencamp run the podcast for a little while. And then if you guys feel like Tamra Judge is not a shoo-in and she's not adding stuff, then after this next season, then just have her go back to the podcast. Instead of 2 T's in a pod, let's call it 1 T, no pod, and then that's it. Okay. I don't know. Teddi Mellencamp can always just go solo and have guest housewives star on the show on her podcast, and they can talk about things together. You never know. I mean, there are plenty of other housewives who have been fired who would probably love to jump on with Teddi Mellencamp. So just give them that opportunity, right? Or is that a reach? As for Alexis Bellino, I never really, and this isn't, I'm not trying to get anyone to not be hired or to be fired or to not, I mean, she's already been fired, but Alexis Bellino, I was never really interested in her storyline. Now she has a new man. We've seen him on Below Deck when she did her appearance. I wasn't a huge fan of Jim Bellino on the show. And then Jim Bellino started suing Shannon Bedore and Tamra Judge, which is an absolute no-no in the Bravo world, because once you start suing people, that's when you get the boot. I don't know. Maybe we can give her a chance. I just don't totally understand casting at this point. Even when I spoke to you guys about the potential new cast, well, it's pretty much solid because they start filming in less than 3 weeks in Thailand. The potential new cast for Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Season 3, we have some Miami girls, we have some Potomac girls, we have some Salt Lake City girls, we have one New York girl, I believe. It's not great. It's not great at all. I mean, do you want me to cast, guys? Do I need to reach out to NBC Bravo? Because if I had my way with Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Season 3, since we brought back Phaedra, who was fired from the show, and we can now bring back people who have been fired, I would, or who have walked away from the show, I would bring in Erica Jane, Lisa Rinna, Mary Cosby, Jen Shaw, Sonia Morgan, Marlo Hampton, and Sheree Whitfield. Or I would bring in Mary Cosby, Jen Shaw, Erica Jane, Lisa Rinna. I would bring in Giselle Bryant, Candace Diller Bassett, and Sonia Morgan. Like, that would be a great cast. That would be a cast where people are just going to, it would be messy. Trust me when I say the cast that we're about to get is just not the most interesting. I can't say it enough. I'm just so disappointed. But guys, I don't want to just give you this information and not ask your opinions. What are your thoughts? If Radar is saying that their informants and multiple sources are telling them that Tamra and Alexis Bellino are both in talks to be returning, how do you feel about it? Tamra, I'm applauding all the way. I'm loving her on Ultimate Girls Trip. Alexis, I'm still, can someone sway me here? Go ahead and comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Love you.